We have volume? Perfect. All right. Welcome to Scafidi Field here in Stevens Point for Parents' Night here for the Pacelli Cardinals as they get ready to take on the Northland Lutheran Wildcats. Good evening, everyone. Steve Maves alongside Trevor Zaleski again here in Stevens Point as we get you ready for Pacelli Catholic High School soccer here from the Portage County Youth Soccer Fields here just off of Highway 10. Pacelli Cardinals coming in at 1-1-2 overall. They just played their first conference game. They've played a lot of conference opponents in non-conference play, but they took on the Newman Catholic Cardinals last week in a 0-0 tie. That was their second tie of the year. Tied against Amherst to start the season, a 3-3 game to start the year. They'll take on Amherst next Monday. We'll be at Heartland Farms Field in Amherst on Monday afternoon, 4:30 start from Amherst. The Northland Lutheran Wildcats coming in at 0-1-0 overall. They're head coached by Luke Krieger, assisted by Nathan Lemke for the Wildcats here tonight. Coming off of a loss to Columbus Catholic last week are the Wildcats. Pacelli sporting the pink socks. First day of October, and it sure feels like it. October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the Pacelli Cardinals showing that off here this evening. Good crowd as expected here. Not large, but appreciate everyone watching online here tonight. Staying warm inside your own homes, and that's what you can expect for much of the year, the rest of the year here for high school sports in Wisconsin as the calendar turns over. Week 2 of the high school football season is tomorrow, and we'll have a whole slate of games for you tomorrow as well, and we'll get into those throughout the evening here tonight from a cold, chilly Scafidi Field here in Stevens Point. The starting lineups about to be announced. We'll have those as well for you as they go along with them. Pacelli Cardinals head coach by Nick Weber, assisted by Scott Martin, athletic director, and thankful for AD John Raflick and athletic trainer Amanda Helt. Pacelli in their home red uniforms, pink socks as mentioned, Northland Lutheran Wildcats in their white uniforms. A short team for the Wildcats compared to their their goalkeeper. We have had that somewhere. Might be in the backpack, but so I'll stay quiet for a second as we get the starting lineups here for the Wildcats. Just closing in on 7 o'clock here in central Wisconsin. Game was supposed to start at 4:30, but I believe it was supposed to be possibly at the high school, but with some, as we will keep it here for the prayer and the national anthem, and then we'll have the starting lineups from Stevens Point. All right, there are your starting lineups for Pacelli and Northland Lutheran. Nick Weber, the head coach of the Pacelli Cardinals, and Luke Krieger, the head coach for Northland Lutheran. Alex Emmerich, Cannon Haga, Jack Hahn, Aaron Heldman, Allison Leonard, Andrew Moon, Justin Paul, Carson Zart, and Joshua Zhao, the starters for the Wildcats. Carson Zart in goal for Northland Lutheran. For the Pacelli Cardinals, Sam Lamont in goal, Braden Ostreg, Maxwell Grabick, Bennett Eckendorf, Sam Basala, Alex Deckers, Charlie Kulik. Charlie with 6 goals on the year. Dakota Rzinski, Michaela Moss, Jacob Hassler, and Cade Yenter for Pacelli. Pacelli will start with it from left to right as you look on your screen here again live from Scafidi Field in Stevens Point, 2 minutes before the start of 7 o'clock, and we are underway here in the Portage County Youth soccer fields in Stevens Point, and Kulik with it early on. Again, Charlie, at the beginning of the year, didn't think he was going to be playing offense, got on the offensive side, and has 6 of the 8 goals for the Cardinals so far. 46 degrees here in Stevens Point at the opening kickoff of the soccer match. Far side is Basala, and working quickly. Centers it, and it will fly long, recovered by Moss. Worked with Kulik, and it will be a goal kick for the Wildcats. Again, Northland Lutheran just 1 game on the year. That was a loss to Columbus Catholic last week, a 5-1 loss. It was Wildcats jumping out on top, and then Columbus Catholic with 3 goals in the second half. 1 minute gone by here in Stevens Point. Steve Maves alongside Trevor Zaleski here in Stevens Point at Scafidi Field. Get you some stats throughout the night as well. Pacelli being outscored on the year in their 1-1-2 mark. Being outscored 9-8. So just their second regular conference game. Again, they've played Amherst, they've played Columbus Catholic, and their first real conference game of the year, as Basala is going to get his stopped by Zart, just able to track it down. Sam had a goal last week against Bowler Gresham on a free kick, and Zart sends it long. So again, just their second real conference game of the year. Go through their games so far. Again, they tied against Amherst. They beat Gresham, lost to Columbus, and tied Newman. And so those are your 4 games and 4 results so far this year. And again, 1 tie in conference play so far. And sends it along. It's going to be tracked down by Basala and a Wildcat. Jack Hahn, 3 for Northland Lutheran. Again, do our best with names here. It's not overly cold, but going from what we had just a couple weeks ago to what it is now, frost advisory for much of the southern part of the state, south of Highway 29, and a miss hit there on the backside by 24. Again, I got names for everybody here somewhere, names and numbers. I'll get those for you. They gave me a program with the Wildcats on it, but they didn't have numbers on them. And that one's going to be tracked down, and an open shot, and nice stop there by Lamont. Sam Lamont. We'll get Sam's stats in here in just a moment. I guess they don't have numbers on their conference roster either. So if you know who number 24 is for Northland Lutheran, let us know, and we'll relay that on the broadcast here. Sam Lamont with some impressive numbers so far on the year. Just a handful of games remaining for Pacelli as well. Cannon Haga, number 7 for Northland Lutheran. That one's going to go to the far side. Again, if you miss any part of this game at all, any goals, any spectacular shots or plays, we'll have those highlights for you later on tonight, brought to you by Mid-State Technical College. And we'll have an opportunity to talk to Coach Weber as well. Win, lose, or draw, we'll have Coach Weber on our highlights as he picks it up and flips it over to number 10 for Northland Lutheran. That's Devin Paul. I remember Devin from a couple years ago when I think he was even last year, and that one is going to get shot wide, and it's going to be a goal kick for Lamont. Get you Sam's stats here in just a moment. Printed them all off. There we go. Sam, 4 games. Have played them all. Goals against, just 9. 46 saves. Goals against, 2.25. Save percentage at 84%, so not too bad. This one's going to be poked up. And now Kulik has an open shot at it to the left, and it's going to be blocked there by Zart. What a great job by Carson Zart. In and out of his hands. And with just under 5 minutes gone by, it is a still scoreless game here in the opening couple of minutes. Thank you very much. Again, there's a 24. Oh, that's Pacelli. My apologies. 24, Mitch. It's going to be a handball on Pacelli. So a new player to the game, or to the team, Mitchell Cratched for Columbus Catholic, and an early opportunity here for, or excuse me, not for Columbus Catholic, Northland Lutheran. An early opportunity here for Cannon Haga against Sam Lamont. Working from right to left. See if Northland Lutheran can get on the board early here in the first 5+ minutes. And the run-up and the swing of the right leg, and it is into the back of the net. And the Wildcats on the board here early in the 6th minute of the game. On a handball free kick, penalty kick, and Northland Lutheran up 1-0. Joshua Jow, pardon me. So 1-0 Wildcats here in the 6th minute. 39:09 to go here in the opening half. A good save by Zart, leading to a handball on the other side, and then a penalty kick, a handball penalty kick, and put it into the back of the net. Did Haga. So 1-0 Wildcats here in the first. Give you some of our the upcoming schedule for the Pacelli sports all together, and a lot of these we will have for you on the Zaleski Sports Network. Fine folks over at Pacelli Catholic have, don't want to say it, but I mean, they have the schedule as of right now up to December 10th with very wishful thinking, and same over here at Zaleski Sports. Wishful thinking for Coach Jolling and the girls basketball team. And nice move there by Basala. Got by his defender. Still playing. Looking to pass it up on the right side. He does. And miss. Kicked there by Gravic. And it's going to be a goal kick for the Wildcats. Man, what a nice move there by Sam Basala. 1-0 Wildcats here in the first half. So volleyball going on over at Pacelli High School, Weyega Fremont. I think Mike Wendland is over doing that game. One of our newest play-by-play broadcasters. Brought him over from Iola, Scandinavia, where brought him over from Wapaka, where he had done games for the last handful of years. And the official says keep it going. Looks like maybe a handball. And a kick, and a wild kick there by Zhao, and it's substitution coming for Pacelli in the 8th minute. Football at Iowa Scandinavia tomorrow. I know Mike Wendlandt and Kale Jacoby will be over there. Volleyball at Rochelt on Saturday. Soccer, Amherst and Pacelli. We'll have that game for you right here at Zaleski Sports on Monday afternoon from Heartland Farms Field in Amherst. And that was going to be taken away by Zhao, working on the left side. Working with Allison Leonard. A couple girls on on both teams, and a very aggressive tackle there. And Devin Paul will have the free kick. And he places it. The official says go, and no hesitation or no waiting on this side. And a run up to the net, and back to the net it goes. And that's Josh Zhao for Northland Lutheran, and it's 2-0. 36:06 to go. In the 10th minute here in the first half, and it's 2-0 Pacelli, 2-0 Northern Lutheran on two breakdowns by the Cardinals. Then volleyball against Shiocton on volleyball against Shiocton on Monday. I'm sure we'll have that one for you as well. I think I'll be sent over to Amherst for soccer on Monday afternoon. And Kulik gets by 3 defenders before getting it poked away. Now Zhao with it. And Basala. Now it's going to be taken by Moss and taken away. Paul with it. 2-0 Wildcats here in the first half. On a free kick and a great pass. Now it's going to be knocked away there for Pacelli by Eckendorf. Again, Pacelli's one loss this year to Columbus Catholic last week, I believe. Jason Zaleski had that game for you from Greasy Park in Marshfield. But again, that was not a conference game. Now Basala with it, with good footwork to the right side, and he's going to kick it off the post and in. Far right side to far left side, and Basala has his second goal of the year, and a scoring frenzy here in the first 11 minutes. 34:52 to go, and it's 2-1. Nice job by Sam Basala. Again, just his second goal of the year, but a big one here in the first half. 34:52. As the Geese start making their way back home. Here off Highway 10. 2-1 Northland Lutheran, but Sam Basala has cut the deficit in half. Now Paul with it to the far side, and it's going to be knocked out and back to the Wildcats. So after the games on Monday, more volleyball against Allman Bancroft on Tuesday. Pacelli Cardinals undefeated so far on the year on the volleyball court. Coach Struble and her girls have played some tremendous volleyball, knocking off an undefeated Wittenberg-Burnhamwood team on Monday. And Northland Lutheran pushing it again, and another hard tackle. That's going to be a free kick for the Wildcats. Go through this whole lineup for you in just a moment. All from Pacelli Catholic High School. Again, proud broadcast partner with the Cardinals, and with it and knocked away. Right, big swing of the right leg, and it's going to be into the back of the net. Shielded by his defenders, and Justin Pohl scores for the Wildcats. 33-27. A minute and a half later, and it's 3-1 Wildcats. Man, oh man. Northland Lutheran here in the first half, and we have played just over 10 minutes. And hard tackle there, and it's going to be a free kick for the Wildcats. Dakota Rosinski, the guilty party, as we play into the 13th minute here. 3-1 Wildcats. Getting cross country at Rochelle today. Northland Lutheran here at Scafidi Field. Waiwega Fremont over at Pacelli High School. Kulik has not had the ball much here tonight, and a turnover and a throw out for the Wildcats. Tennis at Eau Claire Regis. And then again tomorrow, football at Iowa Scandinavia. Pacelli Cardinals trying to get back on the winning side of things after falling to Rochelle on Friday last week. Again, all Pacelli games on the road, and we'll bring them all to you right here exclusively at Zaleski Sports. Volleyball at Rochelle on Saturday. I know I'll be in at Southwood County 2000 Field in Wisconsin Rapids for the Assumption Royals and Rochelle Hornets football. Assumption Royals' first football game of the year, as they will bring in the Hornets for their homecoming game on Saturday. And Paul with it, trying to get by the defender, and he does. Just the speed of Northland Lutheran right now is a trouble spot for the Cardinals, as Paul tries to center it. And it's going to be taken by Michaela Moss. Not quite, as she fights for it, and she gets it. Nice job by Michaela. And taken by the Wildcats, right back at it. Cross country at Marion on Monday. Soccer at Amherst on Monday. Volleyball at home against Shacton on Monday, as well as girls tennis at Lakeland. So a lot going on here at Pacelli Catholic High School. And then on Tuesday, volleyball against Allman Bancroft. Wednesday, girls tennis against Baldwin Woodville. Thursday, October 8th, there's 3 more events. Cross country at Waiwega Fremont. Soccer at Columbus Catholic. We'll for sure have that one for you. Volleyball against Port Edwards on Thursday. And then football, they will head to Loyal on October 9th to take on the Greyhounds. Monday, October 12th, they'll head to Bonduelle, take on the Bears. Tuesday, they head to Northland Lutheran, October 12th. They'll take on the Wildcats up in Cronenwetter. Tuesday, October 13th, volleyball at Wild Rose, and that is back to the Cardinals. That is what we have right now on the schedule. And then into December, basketball, wrestling. But again, we'll have all Pacelli Catholic sporting events through the fall. If you like what you see, let the fine folks at Pacelli Catholic know. And thank the sponsors that are going to be going or being shown at halftime. And let them know that you appreciate live free sports. They make it happen. We're here in the cold weather to bring them to you, but without the fine sponsors that help us get to where we are, we'd be unable to bring you live free sporting events all fall long. And thank them every chance that you get. Basala with it at the center line. And now Kulik has an open shot, a wide open, and he's going to poke it into the back of the net. Perfect pass from Sam Basala to Charlie Kulik, and it's 3-2 with 29:11 to go. Kulik's 7th goal of the year. Beautiful pass from Sam Pacelli. My prediction of 5 goals before the game started is more than likely to be shattered here tonight. 29-11 left in the opening half. 3-2 Wildcats. Hear from our sponsor, Stratford Homes, in just a moment. Rosinski with it on the far side. Pokes it up to Grabick, and he pokes it over the top of the defender. Fighting for it is the freshman, and it goes out, and it will be a corner kick here for Pacelli. Substitution coming for the Cardinals. Lorelei Motquin into the game for the first time for Pacelli. One of 2 freshmen on this team for the Cardinals. And pokes it up to the near side. It's going to be poked away. And Grabick with it. Over to Kulik, who just had the corner, and that one will fade long for Mott Quinn, and it is a goal kick for Northland Lutheran. Again, not windy, and that helps tremendously with the temperature. But again, the calendar flips to October, and that one is going to be taken by Zhao. Nice job there by Pacelli Eckendorf, and Lamont will send it long. Kulik will call for it and will be taken. Now Motquin with it. Nice job by Lorelei to poke it into the offensive zone. The freshman fighting over there for the Cardinals. 27-14 at 27-10 remaining in the opening half. 3-2 Northland Lutheran. Get you who scored the second goal. I believe it is Zhao. And Basala with it, working on Zhao. Good footwork there by Sam. Still with it. Finds Motquin as Basala goes down. And it will go to the Wildcats as Kulik gives a thumbs up to the official to get the ruling. 26-10 left here in the opening half from Scafidi Field and Stevens Point. Hands up, and Paul sends it long. I gotta find the piece of paper that I have that had all the correct numbers on it. That was Justin Paul who had the free kick. And now Zhao with it. Good footwork. I believe that's Haga, pardon me. That was Andrew Moon. I'll get him right eventually. Still a long game left. A lot of game left. NFL game going on tonight as well. The Lowly Jets and the Denver Broncos. See if we can get you some updates after the corner kick. Sent it long, and right there, swing of the right leg, tried to spin it, and taken by Lamont. Listen to the Dan Patrick show this morning. Had some callers that were Jets fans. There was one guy that said 6 days and 20 hours throughout the week he wants his team to lose, but the 4 hours that they play, or 3.5, he wants them to win. And so see if Sam Darnold's time in New York, or I guess the Meadowlands, New Jersey area. Field's not even in New York. Stadium, not even in New York State, but be the big question. One of the most poorly run franchises in all of sports. One of the most poorly run cities for sports in all of sports was or is New York. Get into that throughout the broadcast, but a lot of people were saying, would you, right now in a sports city, would you rather have Tampa Bay or New York? And that's a big question up in the air right now with how well the Tampa Bay teams are playing. The Lightning just winning the Stanley Cup a couple nights ago, as the Wildcats pushing it quickly in a huge collision. And it will go to the Wildcats. Make sure he's all right. 23:40 left. New York Knicks have been abysmal the last 2 decades. Giants and Jets have not had anything to show for it the last handful of years. Again, it was either Super Bowl or bust for the Giants for the last, since they beat the Patriots those couple of years. Lamont, and that one's going to go over the net, and it'll be a goal kick for Pacelli. The Jets had a couple of good years, didn't they, when they went to the conference or went to the AFC Championship game a couple times? Brett Favre's year? The Jets? Mark Sanchez, that's right, with Rex Ryan's defenses. And then they got there and had to play the Patriots and didn't get any further. And the Giants, again, have been a thorn in the Packers' side in the playoffs a handful of years. That was, speaking of Brett Favre, his last throw as a Packer was a interception, which resulted in a field goal made by the Giants. Went on to win that Super Bowl. New York Islanders, I don't think the Islanders were too bad, but New York Rangers, there's just a lot of bad sports teams in New York right now. The Mets, yeah. Oh, the Nets, yeah. Yankees knocked off, who they just beat? The Cleveland Indians to get to the ALDS. New York Mets have been tough to watch. Hey, forget that they're not the New Jersey Nets anymore. Brooklyn. The Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, new coach Steve Nash. Doc Rivers just signed with the Philadelphia 76ers a couple hours ago. So, see if he can help those young guys get a little further than they have the last couple of years. Doc has had a disappointing time in the City of Angels. He's coaching the Clippers, but we'll see if he can help the teams in team in Philadelphia. Had all that promise. Now Kulik has another open net to the right side. See if he can tie it up. Right foot and right into the arms of Carsten Zart. 3-2 still here with 20:50 left in the opening half. Quit my little rant on New York sports. Again, Tampa Bay with Tom Brady. The Lightning just winning the Stanley Cup. The Rays in the postseason. And now a corner kick for the Wildcats from the left corner as we look at Scafidi Field. See if they can increase their lead here with 20 minutes, 10 seconds left. Header and couldn't play it. Looked like a handball and not called. And it's going to be played in front of the net. Brzezinski with it. And going to be taken by the Wildcats after the scrum. I think scrum is a rugby term, isn't it? I think so. And all of them get together, and that one's going to go long, and it'll be a Goal kick for Pacelli. Stratford Homes. Take the first step to building your customized home with Stratford Homes. Visit stratfordhomes.com to see floor plans, schedule a tour, or begin the design of your new customized home from Stratford Homes. With a 110,000 square foot indoor construction facility and model home village located in the heart of central Wisconsin, Stratford Homes has been an industry leader. I don't know why I keep struggling with that. Industry leader in the system-built home market since 1973. Visit stratfordhomes.com to get started today. 19 minutes to go in the opening half. Motquin pushes it forward, taken by the Wildcats. So if you can name some other sports city with multiple sports teams besides Cleveland and New York State. If you can name a city that has had it worse than those two, let me know below. If you're watching on YouTube, and on the side if you're watching on YouTube on your computer, give you a shout out and let you know our thoughts on those. Seattle was a team a city that has really started coming back, I would say, with their sports. Obviously, the Seahawks are as good as it gets on the football side. Finally, getting some sports teams back. Seattle's still waiting for a basketball team after the Supersonics left for Oklahoma City, as Kulik sends that one long and over the net as a substitution comes for the Cardinals. Let's see if we can get you a score from Pacelli for volleyball. Still warming up over at Pacelli. See if we can get you a like to thank everyone for tuning in here tonight at Zaleski Sports. Just closing in on the bottom of the hour. 3-2 Northland Lutheran. All of the scoring happening in the first 15, 16 minutes of the match. Talked about it during our softball broadcast this summer when as a missed throw there, Kulik has it, and there's going to be a throw-in. So a missed throw there by Alex Emmerich just slipped right out of his hands. And now the Cardinals with it. And it's going to be a ball to Northland Lutheran. Alex Deckers called for the infraction. Talked again about it during the summer when the name was released. The Seattle Kraken, new NHL team. The Kraken coming to Seattle. A lot of cool names in sports. Kraken, one of the newer ones, one of the new cooler ones. I think there's maybe 8 or 10 teams in all of professional sports that don't end with the letter S. Kraken is the newest one. 15:30 to go, opening half here in Stevens Point. 3-2 Northland Lutheran. Michaela Moss with it. And going to be kicked into the Wildcats offensive zone. Rosinski fighting there with Haga. And off of Haga's face. And off of Paul. And it's going to be taken by Lamont. Go through our schedule for you tomorrow. Pacelli at Iowa Scandinavia for sure. I know I'll be in Stratford for Waiwega Fremont and Stratford. Greenwood hosts Auburndale on Saturday, as Bullard Gresham had some issues. Basala with it Open shot this time, and it goes high. And a sub for Pacelli will come, and a goal kick for the Wildcats. Neilsville will head to Stanley, take on the Orioles. And then Saturday, as mentioned, we'll have Assumption and Rochelt. A pregame at 10:45, opening kick scheduled for 11 o'clock. Halftime festivities with homecoming for the Assumption Royals. And then as well, Greenwood and Auburndale. Greenwood faced one of the best teams in all of 8-player football on Saturday in Newman Catholic, and trying to push it forward, and it's going to be fought for. Paul with it, and it's going to go out and to the Cardinals. Good fight there for Pacelli. 13:40 to go here in the opening half. Again, no scoring since the 29-11 mark, and that was Charlie Kulik with his 7th goal of the year. And with no real charges, I guess, at the net. That's reason we've had the opportunity to, or that I've had the opportunity to go on a little bit of a rant that I had about New York sports, Tampa Bay, and through the legs, and going to be taken away there. Nice job. 4-on-3 now as Kulik has it. Pushes it up past the defender, up to Basala on the right near side. Looking right foot, and it's going to go through and into the back of the net. And Pacelli has tied it through the arms of Zart. And Grabek has it. Grabek into the back of the net. It might go down even, possibly as an own goal, but through the arms, Basala got it to Zart through the arms, and then Max put it into the Grabek? Grabek. Thank you. Max Grabek into the back of the net. We're all tied up here at 12:52 left. The aggressiveness there. It was 4-on-3. Kulik got by the defender, Emmerich, and Basalo with a good shot on goal, and then Grabek finished it off after it went through the arms of Karsten Zart. And the equalizer here in the first half. Have not been short of goals here in the opening frame, that's for sure. And afterwards, we'll talk to Coach Weber about that. Obviously, soccer is a very long game, and plenty of time all around to get the equalizer. Haga with it, gets by the defender, and has him open on the far side is Paul. Again, I saw Devin last year, Devin and Justin, when I was up in Columbus, or up in Marshfield covering Columbus Catholic against Northland Lutheran last year. As the update that most Jets fans probably don't want to hear. But take into consideration all the bad word around the town about Sam Darnold. He goes 46 yards on the ground. Sam Darnold, a 46-yard touchdown run. And didn't say if they were ahead, might be down, but Sam Darnold, 46 yards on the ground. Get you a score from that game. And that one's going to be taken by Lamont, sliding on his knees to his right. That was in the first 5 minutes of the game. Sam Darnold went 46 yards, 7-0 Jets. It's going to be quite the scene, and I'll talk about that in a moment. Kulik with it, fighting against the defender, and an arm bar, as they'll call Kulik with the push-off, as the Pacelli faithful not happy with it. So You can see it slightly right now through the trees between the scoreboard and the um, visitor bench area. It's going to creep up above that tree line as we look to the west. As it's full moon tonight, first day of October, and a full moon out tonight here in around the world. Charlie Kulik, after being called for the penalty, right over his hands, and it is going to be a corner kick. They say no, but no disagreement by Zart. So it's going to be quite the scene when that moon creeps up above the tree line. And now Kulik with the corner kick on the right side. And it's going to be taken by the Wildcats. Alex Decker's fighting, and Decker's couldn't quite come away with it. Basala going to be taken by Rosinski. Michaela Moss. Near side is Zhao. Nice job by Rosinski again. 3-3 under 9 minutes to go here in the opening half. And it will go out and to the Wildcats. Draxler Transport. Draxler offers Astia Health primary care at zero cost to the driver. Visit DraxlerTransport.com to apply today. We'll hear plenty from Draxler later on tomorrow, I'm sure, as they are the Red Zone sponsor, Draxler Transport Red Zone. With it now goes Haga. 8:20 to go here in the opening half. 3-3. Steve Maves alongside Trevor Zaleski. And Moss does a somersault. And no stoppage. Athleticism there by Michaela. Taken on the far side. Spins out of it does Paul. Looking to the center of the net. Pokes it. And it's going to go long and out past the post. And Lamont will have a goal kick. Again, lucky enough for me, I didn't bring any gloves, but I am able to put my hands in my pocket. But appreciate Trevor tonight. Moving the camera, pushing all the buttons on the computer. Again, frost advisory tomorrow. There's a couple of spots in the northwest part of the state. I guess we're looking east, not west, at the moon. Northwest part of the state tomorrow that they're in a freeze warning, I believe. Freeze advisory, I don't know. But it's going to be cold overnight here in central Wisconsin, or throughout the state of Wisconsin. Heard it on the radio on the way here. All the cold air coming from Canada this weekend. Under 7 minutes to go here in the opening half. Sliding tackle, and it's going to go to Pacelli. I think at the end of next week again, it's supposed to be back into the mid to upper 60s. Man. She can't make up her mind, can she? Mother Nature cannot figure it out. Not a fan of the cold. Live in Wisconsin, have my whole life, but yeah, next Friday, right now anyway. Next Friday scheduled or forecasted for 66 degrees again. 6:05, we'll say. 6:05 to go in the opening half. 3-3 here from Stevens Point. Pacelli Cardinal Soccer exclusively right here at Zaleski Sports. Nice job there. A good hustle by Zhao. And now Sam Basala with it again. Up to Kulik. And it's going to be pushed by Craddock. Kulik with it, gets by the defender, and Kulik gets pushed away, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Cardinals and a substitution for Pacelli. Again, Northland Lutheran, I don't believe, can sub. They don't. Maybe they have one, possibly. An individual on crutches over there, but I don't think they have any substitutes. Pacelli with 2 or 3 over there. And Kulik with the corner kick. And heads it out of the way. Does Zhao. Michaela Moss back over. Sam Basala gets by. Left foot slips on the wet grass here at Scafidi Field. And it's going to be a corner kick. And the official here on the near side said it's going to go on the near. No, they'll push it on to the far. 4:50 to go here in the opening half. 3-3 from Scafidi Field here in Stevens Point. Now it's going to be pushed out, and another corner kick for Pacelli. The moon is rising quickly. Holy man, it was just a couple feet below the tree line a couple minutes ago. But it'll be in a full view at halftime for sure. And now it's going to be popped up into the air. Taken by Justin Prohl. 4:05 to go here in the opening half. 3-3. We had 5 goals within the first 16 minutes of the game. And then Max Graybeck put it into the back of the net to have the equalizer with just under 13 minutes to go in the first half. With it, right foot, knocked it out. Again, Pacelli moving left to right. Northland Lutheran from right to left here in the opening half. And Lamott jumps up for it and it tracks it down. 3:30 to go. Kicks it high up into the air. Kulik will track it down. Kick it to the near side. That's Matt Tipple. Sam Basala will not be able to track it down. Kicks it up, and now Sam with it. Back over to Matthew Tipple. Matt, a sophomore. Nice job by Kulik to track it down. Sam Basala with it. Gets by the defender. Breaks his ankle into the middle, and it's going to be knocked away. Moss kicks it over the net, and it's going to be a goal kick for Northland Lutheran. 2:50 to go, opening half. Again, 2 freshmen, 6 sophomores, no juniors, and 6 seniors on the Pacelli Cardinals soccer team. Now it's going to be taken by Basala with under 2.5 to go. With it now goes Hassler. And Graybeck trying to chase it down. It will go out and a throw in for Pacelli. As mentioned, as wished, as wish granted, we'll get a shot of the moon at halftime. 2 minutes left here in the opening half as down on the ground on the far side, whistle blown, and that would be a huge not good for Northland Lutheran. We'll take a first commercial timeout here of the first half. All knotted up at 3, 1:46 to go in the first half from Stevens Point.
When you have a house full of kids, your water consumption is through the roof. But when the kids move out, the water usage goes down. But how long are they really gone for? With high-efficiency systems made by WaterCare, Maher Water Corporation can roll with any size-changing families. So call us today so we can help you with those water use issues. The laundry is still up to you.
Experience choice risk-free at Mid-State Technical College. Your choice to learn with small in-person classes, online classes, innovative technology class options, or your choice of any combination to fit your needs. You can get your liberal arts degree and transfer as a junior to all UW colleges or in-demand employable skills. Start now to experience choice risk-free at Mid-State Technical College. Find out what risk-free means at mstc.edu.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us number one.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free, that's right, free delivery on every order from Hewitt'sMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today.
Yeah. Welcome back to Stevens Point. As the... Yeah, so I guess they talked about their issues, Northland Lutheran, that they only do have 10. They have no substitutions. One individual over there on crutches, and whoever was injured is now on the bench. So have to play with 10, most likely through the remainder of this first half as Moss hits the ground again. 70 seconds to go here in the opening half. Northland Lutheran trying to do it with just 10 players. And that was going to be taken by Rosinski. Taken by Jow. Trevor brought up Atlanta. Well, forgot about the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks have struggled. The Braves finally won a playoff series. Took down the Reds. They struck out 28 Reds in the innings. They played 22 innings, I believe. Yeah, they played 13 yesterday, 9 today. 28 strikeouts, no runs given up. Yeah. Oh, man. We'll talk about the Falcons in the second half. And, oh, what a huge hit. Holy man, big collision there with 14 seconds left in the first half. And a yellow card will be given on the hit. And a penalty kick will be coming for, I believe that's Devin Paul. See if Northland Lutheran can retake the lead before halftime. And we'll get into Atlanta either during halftime or in the second half. Or the Atlanta Falcons. Maybe the second half of the second half, which would be the fourth quarter, which they have been awful in. See what Cannon Haga will take the kick for Northland Lutheran. And it's blocked by Lamont. What a huge block for Sam Lamont. Haga went to the top right corner, and Lamont read it. Didn't quite get the kick that he wanted, the shot that he wanted. And Rosinski, and that will do it here in the first half. What a huge stop by Lamont to finish the half on the penalty kick from Haga. After one half of play here from Scafidi Field in Stevens Point. It is Parents' Night. We'll take a commercial break and come back for that here this evening. Halftime from Scafidi Field, all knotted up at 3. C-Maves, Trevor Selesky, Pacelli Catholic High School, or Pacelli Cardinal Soccer. Halftime here in Stevens Point. Back after this.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm the director at Little Sprouts. Little Sprouts has been a real great community. It's very family friendly. It feels like a big family to me, and being the new director here, I felt very welcomed into the family. I like the smaller family. Everybody knows everybody, and you all get to know everybody in the center, and we do family activities and much of a family atmosphere.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We good? All right. Had a nice little talk to her with Randy Paul. So looking at the full moon tonight, first day of October, and it is a full moon tonight here in Wisconsin. Beautiful night. Again, it's not too windy, just that it's overly cold. But second half about to get underway. Nice parents night, halftime festivities. Give a shout out to everyone watching online. Randy said his his daughter is he say his daughter's a teacher down there? Yeah, in a teacher down in Southern Illinois. And I believe her name was Sarah. Sarah, if you're watching, thank you. And I think Randy says she's a teacher down at Southern Illinois University. That's where proud Saluki alum. That's what I am. SIU Carbondale. Finished up my last 2 years in beautiful city of Carbondale as Charlie Kulik gets it poked away. Appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. Good crowd on hand here in at Scafidi Field in Stevens Point. Steamwaves alongside Trevor Zaleski. Knotted up at 3. We'll go through the scoring in just a moment as Paul gets his picked up by Sam Lamont. Go through the scoring here. First goal at, what do we say, 5 minutes and 51 seconds into the game. A free kick by Cannon Haga. That one's going to go out and go to Pacelli. So everyone tuning in from all over, that's the joy that we get from live streaming online exclusively here at Zaleski Sports. Pacelli Soccer, anywhere you are, anywhere around the world you can watch. That's one great thing. Get into that tomorrow night from Stratford. The last Stratford football game I did at State last year. Had people checking in from all over the world. One of the players' brothers from either Iraq or Afghanistan. So just a outstanding opportunity that we have to bring you games and watching games online. And it is our absolute pleasure with not really knowing if we were going to be able to bring you stuff this fall, but luckily teams are staying healthy. Everything's going well. Right foot goes wide from Allison Leonard. And another injury on the field for Northland Lutheran. So Sam Darnold hurt. So just like that, Sam Darnold, a nice little opening run for a touchdown. Who they say the backup is? Joe Flacco. Jumping all over the league after his time in Baltimore. He was in Denver last year, wasn't he? I think so. So now playing his former team, the Denver Broncos. So again, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. Our pleasure. But again, it wouldn't be possible without the sponsors you see, sponsors we had playing during halftime. And without them, we'd be unable to bring you live free sports exclusively again right here at Zaleski Sports. We'll go through our last couple sponsors here, our live reads throughout this second half. Big shout out to Feltz Dairy. See if get some Feltz cheese curds. Pick those up on Saturday. See if Mike Wendland will stop by Feltz Dairy before coming to Wisconsin Rapids on Saturday. Their corn maze is open. Tremendous job again at the corn maze. Pumpkins for sale. Get you ready for Halloween just 30 days from now. Just under 5 minutes gone, or close to 5 minutes gone by here in the second half. 3-3 here from Scafidi Field in Stevens Point. The scoring was wild in that opening half. First 16 minutes, five goals, and then one goal by Max Grabeck with 12:52 to go in the opening half to get the equalizer. And he's going to send it long and clear it out. So Sam Darnold, after his 46-yard touchdown run, exiting the game with a shoulder injury. We'll go through our schedule for you coming up this weekend. Look out over here. Oh, wow. Nice catch. Great catch over there. Cold hands and all. Now Paul with it. Kicks it, centers it, and it's going to be off some stomachs, shoulders, elbows, maybe a hand or two. And now with it is Cannon Haga, who started off the game with a penalty kick goal, and Lamont with another save. Sam with the biggest save of the game so far, right before half with 14 seconds left. Haga with a penalty kick tried the top right or top left corner, and Sam with a nice block to secure the tie. Neilsville and Stanley Boyd tomorrow from Oriole Field in Stanley. Beautiful, beautiful field in Stanley. WPKG the call on that one. I think Jason Zaleski heading up there as well. Might have a guest appearance from our friend Lucas Holheisel over at UW Stout. Menominee not too far away from Stanley. Trevor and I believe, will be in Stratford tomorrow. Trevor is supposed to head over to Greenwood. Oh, I don't know about that. Stop the clock there. Both of them, as one went tumbling, and a talk with Bennett Eckendorf, and another penalty kick coming for Northland Lutheran. Again, not entirely sure what that one was. Josh Chow with the penalty kick coming. Both of them going for the ball. And Sam Lamont, another save! Another fantastic save by Sam Lamont. 2 penalty kick saves for Sam here in the last couple of game minutes. Wow, what a job again. 37:20 to go in the second half. Wow, what a job. And now Sam Basala is going to try and track it down. He does. Near side, has the angle. Left foot, centers it to Kulik, and it gets cleared out. So Trevor and I will be in Stratford as the Tigers take on the Weyauwega Fremont Indians in their second game, part of the Central Wisconsin Conference. Central Wisconsin Large Conference. Took down Wittenberg-Burnhamwood last night. And centers it to Kulik. Nice, another great pass by Basala. And good defense there. Right foot, and it goes high and out. It'll be a goal kick for Northland Lutheran. Mentioned the no wind. Shouldn't have said a word as the wind picks up here in Stevens Point. 36-10 remaining here in the second half. Trevor is supposed to be in Greenwood tomorrow for Greenwood and Bowler Gresham. Some issues, you should say. Sam Basala kicks that one wide left. There's no issues with the school, but there are issues within a couple of students at the school, and so Bowler Gresham has suspended all activities the next couple of weeks. So that takes into part the football game between Greenwood and Bowler Gresham tomorrow. So that game got pushed out. Greenwood will take on Auburndale, one of the newest members of the eight-player football league, as Auburndale took down Sevastopol 76-22 last week. They'll take on Greenwood on Saturday at 1 o'clock. We will have... Who else are we having? I'll think of it. Assumption and Rochelt on Saturday morning. I'm missing one. Maybe not. 3? 3 tomorrow. As Graybeck sends it long and wide with the left. So Neilsville Stanley, Stratford, Wyega Fremont. Who's the other one? Oh, yes, and then a game in Indiana, as we continue to bring sports from Delaware County in Indiana, home of Doug Zaleski. Doug joined us last summer for some Legion baseball. That was a fantastic summer for baseball last year. Jason went down there in August. Trifecta of substitutes coming for Pacelli. Went down there in August when there were no sports in Wisconsin, and had set up a couple of broadcasting teams in the Muncie area, Delta High School, Delta County High School. And that one's going to get taken by Zart. .33-10 remaining here in the second half. Good clear there by Zart. .33 minutes to go here in the second half. So 3 tomorrow, including the Indiana game. We're supposed to have 5, but again, miscommunication on 1, and then a reschedule, or I guess not a reschedule, a pushed game to Saturday. So 2 on Saturday, 3 tomorrow, including the game from Indiana. And then just stay tuned to ZaleskiSports.com, Zaleski Sports on Facebook for our schedule for next week. Again, all games are scheduled to change, I guess, with things happening around the state and per school. And taken there by Haga. Centers it and taken by Leonard. Right foot clears it out. Does Eckendorf. Clears it there again. Taken up by Jack Hahn. Rosinski with it. Finds Graybeck and taken by the Wildcats. 31 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the second half. From Scafidi Field in Stevens Point. Just past 8:15 here in Central Wisconsin. Steve Mavis alongside Trevor Zaleski as we bring you exclusive Pacelli Catholic High School soccer here tonight. 5 goals in the first 16 minutes of this match. 3 from Northland Lutheran, 2 from Pacelli. Pacelli tied it up on a Max Graybeck goal with 13 minutes left in the first half. There have been 3 penalty kicks for Northland Lutheran. The first goal by Cannon Haga was a score, and then two huge saves by Sam Lamont on penalty kicks after that. One with 14 seconds left in the first half. Centers it, and it will go long. It'll be taken by the Wildcats. Michaela Moss centers. It'll be taken there by Carson Zart, the sophomore. Speaking of Phelps Dairy, Phelps Dairy is located at the Crossroad Commons, just off the Crossroad Commons at Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy is a family-friendly experience serving your favorite cheese, ice cream, meat, and more, all grown right here in central Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy is open Monday through Saturday and 24/7 on Facebook. They also have their corn maze opened up. Pumpkins for sale. All you need for fall time. Pumpkins. I'm sure they could, if you want it, I'm sure they would sell you a corn stalk or two. And centers and off. Nice job again. And it's going to be a corner kick for Northland Lutheran with 29 minutes remaining here in the second half. No scoring yet here in the second. And the corner kick from the far left corner. And it's going to be centered, and that one's into the back of the net. And Northern Lutheran has taken the lead with 28:44 to go here in the second half. And Josh Chow, I believe, with the goal. 28-44. Chow, his second of the night. 4-3 Northern Lutheran on the corner kick. And by the time we're done here, obviously Phelps Dairy will be closed up, but see if we can get some cheese curds brought on Saturday morning. Check what time check their hours, see if they'd be see if we can get you pressure put on by Paul here on the right side, right foot. Lamont pushes it up into the air and will track it down. Saturday, 9 a.m. We'll see if Mike Wendland will stop. Now it's going to be kneed out by Lamont. Mike coming from Iola, maybe. Get some cheese curds for a broadcast on Saturday morning. And going to be kicked out and taken for Pacelli. 27-20 left here in the second half. And going to be taken by Northland Lutheran. Again, Pacelli sporting the pink socks here tonight. Pink, not golf ball, pink soccer ball as well. First day of October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We'll see if the NFL players, see if they do anything on their fields or if they do anything equipment-wise, as they usually do. So we talk about, mention the Atlanta Falcons, talking about them a little bit before halftime, or I guess the city of Atlanta. The Atlanta Hawks haven't been very good the last decade or couple decades. Atlanta have a hockey team? I don't think so. They do have a soccer team. When they were able to get to some soccer games at that new soccer stadium, and that one is off the cross bar and in. And that's Paul into the back of the net. Devin Paul with 25-26 to go. Right out of the reach. Right out of the reach of Sam Lamont, and it's 5-3, just like that, Northland Lutheran. Speaking of soccer, again, if when Atlanta FC was able to fill up that stadium, they would sell that place out every night when they had soccer. But the Hawks, the Falcons, and they are going to play it up. Kulik centers it, and going to be punched out of there. Right foot and sliding there. Kulik tries to do it again and taken by the Wildcats. They lead 5-3, 25-15 left. And going to be kicked up, and Zart will take it himself. There you go. Yeah, the Thrashers. Who knew, right? The Atlanta Thrashers. Just goes to show you how relevant they are. That's going to be taken by Leonard on the far side and kicked out, and will go to Lamont. So the Atlanta Falcons have been historically awful, or not historically. I guess historically, yeah, they're awful. In the fourth quarter, they had a 15-point lead against the Cowboys. 16. They had a 15-point lead against the Bears then last week, when Nick Foles came in and led the Bears to a come-from-behind win in Nick Foles' debut with the Chicago Bears. And now they have to play the highest-scoring team in the NFL on Monday night, the Green Bay Packers. So they have given up a tremendous amount of points. They are 32nd in the NFL in scoring defense. Seattle Seahawks right near the bottom in yards per game. They've given up over 1,200 yards and an offsides call on Pacelli. But Seattle has given up over 1,200 passing yards in the first 3 games of the year. And so Green Bay and Atlanta from Lambeau on Monday night, and they will have hopefully be back by then. Soccer at Amherst on Monday, as the Pacelli Cardinals will take on Amherst from Heartland Farms Field starting at 4:30, and a handball that they will let go with 22 and a half minutes to go here in the second half. 5-3 Northland Lutheran. We'll have that game for you on Monday from Amherst. And Zhao again looking for the hat trick. Good footwork, right foot, and he's going to put it in. And Josh Zhao with the hat trick here tonight, 6-3 Wildcats. 22:09. Huh? Yeah, true. Northland Lutheran still with 10 players as one of their teammates got hurt in that with 1:46 to go in the first half. Six 3 Northland Lutheran. And we'll have an opportunity to talk to Coach Weber after the game, and his comments will be in the highlights after or once we get home, or once I get home and put this highlight together. It'll be up at Zaleski Sports Stevens Point later on tonight, brought to you by Mid-State Technical College. Sherrill Tire, it's the factory direct tire sale through October 10th at Sherrill Tire. Factory direct prices on Kelly tires and up to $250 on mail-in rebates on installed Goodyear tires with a Goodyear credit card. Find your location at SherrillTire.com. To very relevant, I guess all these are relevant. I mean, Phelps Dairy, Stratford Homes, it's the time right now to, if you're going to get your house figured out, built, now is the time to start getting the plans, the floor plans all figured out. Stratford Homes is the place to be. Draxler Transport. Draxler always looking for drivers, and they offer a lot of great incentives as well over at Draxler Transport. Phelps Dairy. Got pumpkins for you. They got the corn maze. Always great food over there as well. Cheese, ice cream, meat, more. If you go in there and you heard about them through Zaleski Sports, tell them that you did and thank them for sponsoring Pacelli Catholic High School sports here this fall. Sherrill Tire. I mean, you can't go wrong with new tires, especially this time of the year once I guess we'll say it, the S word comes through. In hopefully a couple months, hold off a little bit as Northland Lutheran making a push again and going to be taken down. Good clean tackle there and taken by Sam Basala. 20 minutes left here in the second half. 6-3 as Grayback is going to push it and Zart will track it down. Under 20 minutes to go here in the second half. Point Heating and Cooling. Get comfortable this fall and winter with Point Heating and Cooling. Point Heating and Cooling is your Lennox dealer in Stevens Point and Plover with more than 100 years of making your home and business comfortable. Sign up for planned service and receive 10% off parts. And a reminder to service your furnace and central air conditioner. Call Point Heating and Cooling at 715-345-1979 and visit online at pointheating.com. Hopefully the heat is working in the car on the way home tonight. It's going to be much needed. Have turned the heat on a couple times. Sam Basala sends that one way long. Have turned the heat on in the house a couple times when it's gotten pretty cold overnight, but had an aunt that turned her fireplace on, but a gas fireplace. We got the nice wood-burning fireplace at home. Thank my dad again for coming by today and dropping off some more firewood as they had to await the substitution. But Dad came over and filled up the wood shed a little bit more. But again, don't want to start too early, otherwise you're going to run out pretty quickly. 18-10 to go here in the second half. (6-3) Northland Lutheran here in the second half. Charlie Kulik trying to cut this deficit down here for Pacelli, and that's going to be a corner kick for the Cardinals. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop for all things hunting. You can get everything you need from hunting from gear, supplies, clothing, game processing, even hunting license. Find the top brands and at great prices. Fleet Farm has something for everyone. You won't believe what you'll find at Fleet Farm. Went to Fleet Farm just a couple hours ago to get a power cord. Make sure we can bring you these games, or this game here tonight. Saw some folks in line getting some hunting license. I think goose hunting started last Saturday. Hunting gun deer season coming up quickly. So get everything you need at Fleet Farm. And I'll mention it once, I'll mention it over and over and over. Fleet Farm is your place to go if you want some of the best candy around. If you're going hunting, you usually you need some snacks, and Fleet Farm is a place to go for some of their best snacks. One of the best times of the year as a kid was getting the Fleet Farm Toyland catalog. That came yesterday in the mail, and they are stacked with all goodies over at Fleet Farm with their with the Toyland catalog. Not quite as big as it used to be, but there are fantastic things, great deals, great toys. Again, it mentioned it right there. Fleet Farm has something for everyone, and if you're going to go get all your hunting stuff, might as well get your snacks at Fleet Farm as well. They got them ready to go. Just ask the fine folks in the Blaze Orange. I needed help when I got there tonight, and he knew exactly which aisle it was, which letter aisle it was, and tracked down our power cord, and now we're here broadcasting game here for you tonight. Closing in on 15 minutes left here in the second half. 6-3 Northland Lutheran as Charlie Kulik chases it down. And Michaela Moss will try herself, and it will be taken by the Wildcats. Again, we'll be back with you tomorrow night. Handful of games on the schedule. Friday night football, 2 from Wisconsin, 1 from Indiana tomorrow. And that one's going to be knocked out. Good slide there by Sam Basala. So my game last week, Assumption at Pittsfield got canceled. And if you want to go look on social media, follow me on Instagram. I have a picture of my setup last week. Sitting at home at 4 computer screens, all with Zaleski Sports football games on them. Corner kick, header, and going to go wide, and a goal kick for Sam Lamott. I had all Zaleski Sports games on last week. Bring you 3 more here tomorrow night. We'll be back with Pacelli Soccer on Monday. So we'll head over to Amherst for another conference game with 13:40 to go here in the second half tonight. And Devin Pohl again. Good footwork. They're going to be cleared out, not quite yet, by the Cardinals, and that time it is. And it's going to go to the Cardinals. So again, tomorrow, Indiana football. Not quite sure who's on the docket for tomorrow, but check Zaleski Sports later on, early tomorrow morning, later on tonight. And then Neilsville Stanley, WPKG, Jason Zaleski and Lucas Holheisel, along with the folks up at PKG. Now Kulik into the air, going to be taken by Zart. Oh, that's right. Iola and Pacelli. Yeah. I knew there was one more. Pacelli will head over to Thunderbird Field. So there's 3 Wisconsin games. Pacelli at Iola. Mike Wenlett and Cale Jacoby on that one. WPKG, along with Jason Zaleski and Lucas Holheisel. Larry Hazer and company from Neilsville. We'll take on Stanley Boyd and a handball there, or a push, and it'll go to Pacelli. And then myself and maybe the whole Zaleski clan minus Jason will be in Stratford for the Tigers and the Indians. They'll host Waiwega Fremont for the first time here this year. I may assume that it could be the first time ever. First time ever that Stratford hosts Waiwega Fremont. We'll see if we can get clarification. And wow, that was a close one. Devin Paul with a kick and wide left. But Waiwega Fremont, longtime member of the Central Wisconsin Conference. Stratford now joining Central Wisconsin Large Conference after the WIAA redid all the conferences for football. So 4 games tomorrow, 3 in Wisconsin and 1 in Indiana. And then 2 on Saturday. And now Graybeck with it. Spins again. Left foot and into the back and in for the Cardinals. Jacob Hassler with the goal with 10:39 to go here in the second half. 6-4. Northland Lutheran. Still plenty of time here. As we saw in the first half, there were 5 goals scored in the first 16 minutes. 10.5 to go here in the second half. So Greenwood, Auburndale on Saturday, along with Assumption and Rocheldt. That Assumption-Rocheldt game pregame at 10:45, opening kick at 11. The time for Greenwood and Auburndale is to be determined. That can be found at Zaleski Sports when a decision is made. And then, again, be back with you on Monday from Amherst. And also Pacelli, I would assume, with volleyball against the Shiacton Chiefs. Awards and More is your one-stop location for awards, plaques, trophies, embroidery, screen printing, and promotional products. Awards and More is also the proud sponsor of the Zaleski Sports Athlete of the Month. Vote for the Awards and More Zaleski Sports Athlete of the Month at ZaleskiSports.com and visit Awards and More on Facebook to begin your next trophy order. The Athlete of the Month voting just underway. I think Jason posted it today, and so, which would make sense. The Zaleski Sports Athlete of the Month, 4 individuals. Check those out at Zaleski Sports on Facebook, and then click on the link and go vote for the Awards and More Zaleski Sports Athlete of the Month online. Mention those don't have them right in front of me right now, so we'll mention those tomorrow. And a shot on goal and taken by Lamont. 8:45 to go, second half. 6-4, Northland Lutheran. Josh Zhao with the hat trick tonight for the Wildcats. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in here tonight. Good crowd on hand. Good crowd online as well, watching their nice warm homes. And Zart will send it long and clear it out. 8:10 to go. 6-4 Wildcats. Ball to Pacelli. Substitution coming in. Again, we'll have an opportunity to talk to Coach Weber after the game. The interview and highlights will be up at Zaleski Sports Stevens Point later on tonight. And Kulik with their right foot and easily scooped up by Zart. A couple of big stops by Sam Lamont tonight. And a couple of great goals by the Wildcats. Devin Paul with it. And Eckendorf fought for it and taken by the Cardinals. Sam Basala clears it out. Now Eckendorf with it, trying to push it ahead quickly. 7:10 to go, down 2. And now Max Graybeck with it. 3-on-2. He pushes it forward and kicks it out. Do the Wildcats. And it'll be a corner kick for the Cardinals. With under 7 minutes to go here. Closing in on 8:45 here in Central Wisconsin. And corners it does Kulik. And Charlie will have it. And into the gut of the defender. And it will go to, taken by Zart. 6:20 remaining. (6-4) Northland Lutheran. As Rzinski to the goalie Zart. 6 minutes left here in second conference game of the year for Pacelli. They tied 0-0 with Newman earlier this week. On Tuesday, I believe it was. And now Zhao with it again. And it will be cleared out. No, it is in. And Zhao with number 4 on the night. 5:38 to go. (7-4). Shout out to Will Reese, watching from Elkhorn. Thanks for tuning in here tonight. A couple of great saves by Sam tonight. His team down 7-4 with 5 minutes to go. Again, what a night for Josh Zhao for the Wildcats. He's got 4 of the 7. Again, all highlights of the game here tonight will be found on Zaleski Sports Stevens Point later on tonight. And Graybeck will track it down. 4.5 remaining. C-Maves alongside Trevor Zaleski. We'll have a quick Nasonville Dairy postgame show after the conclusion of this game. Go through the scoring and upcoming, and it's going to be an offsides, and Devin Paul knew it right away. It's 4:10 remaining. Had a first career touchdown as well tonight. Who was that? Had it on here. Phone got too cold. Oh. Centers it up, and it will be to Pacelli. 3:40 to go. Kulik with it. .330 left. And they got to back him up. Time still ticking away. 3:25 left. This is the way Pacelli scored last week. And over the top and spun it just too much. And it's going to be a corner kick. I think the official said it was headed up by the Wildcats. Kulik centers, heads it, and through the legs, and it is, what do you say? It is in. A goal for Pacelli on the header with 2:52 to go. Alex Deckers with the goal, and it's 7-5. Right through the arms of Zart. .240 to go. Northland Lutheran clinging on to a 2-goal lead. 2.5 left. Charlie Kulik gets by his defender. 3-on-3 now. Tries to center it. He does, and it's going to be taken. And it's going to be a handball on Northland Lutheran, and it's going to be a penalty kick. It was right in the box with 2:19 to go. They could cut the deficit in half here. Charlie Kulik looking for goal number 8 on the year. Not over yet. Have seen some fantastic saves by Sam Lamont on penalty kicks tonight. See if Mr. Zart can answer back. Walks up, swings the right leg, and it is into the back of the net. And Charlie Kulik adds another one for Pacelli with 2:17 to go here in the second half. Holy man. 2:17 left, 7-6. .210 left, and Leonard couldn't get a track down, and it's out to Pacelli. No, as they're going to say it's going to be a kick to the Wildcats. 1:50 to go. Northland Lutheran taking a lot of time. Going to be taken by Paul, and it's going to be out to Pacelli. 90 seconds left. The throw in for the Cardinals. Sam Pacelli with it. Kicks it up. Kulik going to try and track it down, and he does. 3-on-3, and it's going to go out, and it should be a corner kick for Pacelli, and it will be. 1:15 to go. 7-6. Kulik centers it, and it's going to be taken by Moss. Nope. And Paul will track it down. 1 minute left here in the second half. Pacelli down 7-6. Charlie Kulik will track it. And it will go out and to Pacelli with 50 seconds left. Throws it into Kulik, tracked down by the Wildcats. Centers it up. Grayback with it. Turns and will be taken by Zart. 35 seconds left. And throws it. Will be taken by Paul. Gets it with his heel and clears it. Lamont. Lamont's got to send it. He does. And head it up. Taken by Moss. Not quite. And Decker's with it. 10 seconds left. And it will be taken to Zart. And that will do it here in the game tonight. Northland Lutheran wins a shootout here tonight. It is the Wildcats 7 and the Pacelli Cardinals 6. Wow, what a game. What a game here tonight. We'll take a quick timeout, come back and wrap everything up with our Nationville Dairy postgame show. Back to Pacelli right after this.
When you have a house full of kids, your water consumption is through the roof. But when the kids move out, the water usage goes down. But how long are they really gone for? With high-efficiency systems made by WaterCare, Maher Water Corporation can roll with any size-changing families.
Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free. That's right. Free delivery on every order from Hewitt'sMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today.
Welcome back to Stevens Point as the Pacelli Cardinals fall to the Northland Lutheran Wildcats. Time now for the Nationville Dairy postgame show. Nationville Dairy fresh cheese curds made daily. NationvilleDairy.com. It was one heck of a soccer game here tonight. 5 goals in the first 16 minutes of the first half. Northland Lutheran jumped out to a 3-1 lead. Pacelli came back, tied it up at 3. Sam Lamont, a couple of huge saves. And then Northland Lutheran jumped out to a 6-3 lead in the second half. Pacelli scored to get it to 6-4. And then another goal for Northland Lutheran, 7-4. And then 2 back-to-back goals by Alex Deckers and Charlie Kulik. But then could not muster up another one to finish it off. Again, highlights of this one will be on Facebook later on tonight. And to finish it up here again, Nationville Dairy postgame show, Nationville Dairy fresh cheese curds made daily, NationvilleDairy.com. Thank you for tuning in here tonight. For Trevor Zaleski, this is Steve Aves. Talk to you tomorrow night from Stratford High School for Tigers, Tigers, and the Wyawega Fremont Indians. Stay warm, everyone, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.